All right. So we just finished taking a lap on most of the area here at the building and the facility that we're working on. What you just saw there was a quick walkthrough of the one technician that has not been here at this facility. We've been at this facility 3 times already this year, this being our 3rd time, and he's the only person that hasn't been here, so it's always important to have lead field tech do a walkthrough, have him show around, look at what different surfaces we're working on, the areas, how to get up, down, to, and from, so that everybody's on the same page. And I capitalized and just joined for the ride and kind of walk you through so you could see the different materials that we're working on. And that's probably one of the biggest takeaways that I want to take from this video to share with you, is that yes, you're doing a sanitation, fogging, disinfecting, wiping, cleaning service, but the method in which you do it is totally contingent on the material that you're working on, the surface, the space, height. It really all depends, and it changes either the chemistry or the equipment, the steps, the processes. Everything changes based on where you're working on, number of people, size of equipment. Right now you just saw us do a walkthrough through an entire plant, and in that plant there are different areas. There's areas where they're cutting wood, there's areas where they're painting, there's areas where there's welding being done. So in those 3 areas I just shared paint, wood chips, and metal. 3 things that does not like additional moisture, doesn't like water to be added to it. It just makes a complete mess or creates rust in the sense of machine welding, is that you don't want to apply water or a solution on there, or the wrong solution. In another previous video, I did mention that when it comes to the sanitation solutions, there's a ton out there. And you know, to kind of recap, the overall goal of what's needed to be done is you need to apply a disinfectant onto all the different surfaces so that they initiate the initial kill. The method and the solution that's used to get there could be different. There's some that are acidic in nature, there's some that are neutral, and some that are alkaline in nature. Just because they actually do the effectiveness of killing as they're supposed to, it doesn't imply that the pH of the solution is safe for your material. Also, the method in which that you apply it, you could see that in an area of wood chips or an area, oh no, I'll change that right there. So an area of wood chips, you would want to disperse the solution in a much finer particle than you would in a metal area. However, metal can withstand more water than wood can, but it's the same product. What changes is the equipment and the way that equipment is used in that area. And the same is true for a painted area, and the same is true when you get now down to the racks and to the desks and so on and so forth. When you come across upholstery, when you're around upholstery, it's a little bit more solution that you want to add to it because you want it to do that dwell time that's so governed by the CDC and by the product, allowing it to actually be in full effect. What else is a good tidbit? And then after all of that is done, once everything has been sprayed and everything has been neutralized, we can go ahead and stay out of the building for about a good 20 minutes. But the size of this building, by the time we get to the other side, we're ready to get started. So that's one of the beauties, and you're going to see the way that we actually disperse the team members. Everything is done strategically, and I'll go downstairs, I'll give you a little bit more visual as to what we're doing and why, and hopefully can tie in more pieces of the puzzle on how we could be proactive. We'll go downstairs and I'll show you how everything's going to go ahead and progress. By the time we get down there, we should have teams starting to get the cleaning and teams starting to fog. So let's take a look.